guys, welcome to another episode of Taking the Stage with Steph. I'm filming this on Tuesday, June 22nd, so it is coming out just a day or two later, and I am filming this episode. It was kind of unplanned, but I am just so excited about what happened this past weekend that I want to share it with you guys to give you a little bit of inspiration, and so you can kind of learn from it. So this past weekend, one of my clients competed for the very first time, and she placed and she did amazing. And she agreed to let me share some before and after photos. And I'm going to share just her first name, no last name, but just to give you guys an idea of what someone's journey to the stage could look like, okay? All right, so client Megan came to me at the very end of March, so under 3 months ago. She had a dream of developing a bikini body, but just wasn't sure if now was the time. So after a few weeks of working together, she was like, you know what? I think now is the time, let's do it. So we did a very short contest prep with her because she was already very lean. She'd already put in a lot of time and effort on her own to get pretty darn lean. So by the time she started working with me, she was around 122 pounds or so, 122, and she decided to compete on June 12th at a natural NPC show. Yes, the NPC does host some natural shows. I know, maybe you didn't know that. So if you're looking to the NPC, take a look at the natural ones if that is something that intrigues you. So by the time she competed, she was down to about 111 pounds, so over 10 pounds down in just the 2.5 months that we decided, okay, let's do a contest, okay? So she did her very first show, losing over 10 pounds with me. Let's go ahead and look at her inch measurements. I'm looking on the computer right now because I want to be really accurate with what I tell you guys. And there we go. So in that same time period, she also went down 1.25 inches around her waist, pretty significant. And around her chest, also very significant. She dropped an inch around her chest in that amount of time. Megan ended up competing, and at that first show, she placed 5th in the novice division and 5th in the open, bikini open. So that brings me to the point of when it is your first time competing, definitely do more than one class. Don't do just novice or just open or just masters. Do as many as you can, and I know they sometimes cost a little bit more, but do it. Forrester wants to say hi. Hi, everyone. And so she ended up doing really well. And you know what? I was like, Megan, did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think? And she actually really loved it. She loved the competitive nature of the sport. She loved pushing herself to the limit. She loved the whole process. And she said, guess what? There's a show in 1 week. This one's a regular NPC, not a natural one. I want to do it. And what I really admire about Megan is not only did she decide she wanted to compete again, but she said, how can I be better this time around? So we did the same customized peak week plan that I had given her the first time, but the second show, she said, how can I be better? She got a different suit that was a little bit darker and more suited for her. She worked on her posing, and at that point, the judges took notice. So at her second show, just this past weekend, which is why I'm like still on a high about it, she placed 2nd in novice and 3rd in open. So she did even better in a more competitive show that wasn't all natural. So she really enjoyed it, and even the judges' critique and feedback was like, wow, we saw improvement from the first show to the second show, even in just 1 week. So they were really, really pleased with her. I thought she looked amazing up there and maybe even deserved better placing than that. I thought she looked like one of the best up on stage. But I'm really proud of Megan. Megan, if you're watching, I'm very proud of you, as I told you. I'm just so excited about it. So anyways, that is an example of someone who is brand new to the sport, competing for the first time, wasn't sure what they would think, wasn't sure if they were gonna do it, but they decided to go for it, and she went for it and loved it and competed again. So that's sometimes how it goes. Sometimes people really fall in love with it, and they kind of catch that bug and they want to keep going, right? They want to start to have some off seasons where they build more muscle and get even better for the next competition season. Now, let's say on the other hand of that, some people compete and aren't quite as in love with it, And that's also fine. You know, competing isn't for everyone. Some people, it's like, I did it once, done, check that off, move on. And that happens too. But anyways, my point is I'm really proud of Megan, and I want to share with you guys her before and after pictures on here, just so you can get an idea of someone who's worked with me for contest prep. And if you're someone who wants to maybe compete this year as well, it's your first time, you're not really sure what to do, I think I'm an excellent coach for first-time competitors, because I will educate you on what you need to do, give you checklists, give you a customized peak week that's realistic and nothing crazy, no old school, like starve yourself, don't drink any water sort of thing. I mean, it's ridiculous what some coaches do to their clients. So let's try and make, you know, contest prep as enjoyable as possible, right? So anyways, congratulate Megan. She did great, and I foresee her continuing to compete in the future. So proud of you, Megan. And thank you for joining me on this kind of like last minute bonus episode of Taking the Stage with Steph. Stay tuned, new episodes each week to kind of educate you guys on anything and everything taking the stage for a bikini competition.